Girl's Voice ASMR. I hope you've been having a good week. I've been really busy, and there's been a death in our family. My mom's sister passed away. Things ebb and flow in life. It's always changing. So remember that if you get stuck on something. There's a circle of life and the ebb and flow of life. And it was tough the last few weeks, but we're here now, and this is exactly where we're supposed to be. I'm really excited because I have our book and I want to get right to it. Oh my goodness. So we're on page 102, 103, the chapter is called Shay. I'm going to take a sip of tea. You can hear everything with this microphone. You can hear my stomach. You can hear me swallow the tea. It's pretty amazing. Shay stroked Brady's head, which lay in her lap. Ever since their arrival yesterday at the emergency medical center, they'd been told to wait on folding chairs beside the glass front wall of what had once been a paper clips. From the tiny beat thumping out of the headphones, Shay could tell Brady was listening to Shay's dance music, made for her birthday party last spring. Pa had to agree to let Shay invite the whole theater company over. They played a game of Pictionary on a whiteboard filched from Papucci's office, then turned on this silly spinning light thing Shvita had brought and had a massive dance party in the living room. When Shay escaped onto the back deck to get a breath of fresh air, Raj Patel had kissed her. It'd been nothing special, but nice anyway. Her family should never have moved, so what if Pa got a whole department to run at this new hospital? If they had stayed in Edison, Shay would have never dragged Nani to the mall on a Saturday. She would have gone with Shveta or Caitlin. Nani would have been home and safe. If only the stupid hazmat doctors would talk to her. Every time she poked her head through the wall of curtain, which delineated the meager waiting area at the front of the paper clips from the actual medical part of the emergency medical center, she was told that someone would be with her shortly, and would she please just sit back? She had been sitting on this folding chair for more than 12 hours. Clearly, shortly meant something different to these hazmat people. It was Brady who reminded her about the date with Brian. Isn't one of your boyfriends waiting for you in a bookstore? She'd ask. She had completely forgotten. She bolted across to the domestic decor, snuck over to an abandoned sales desk, and called the bookstore to cancel. No way she was leaving that medical center without Nani. At this point, however, some 17 hours after their arrival, now that she was looking at her watch, Shay was beginning to suspect that the hazmat people would never consent to Nani's removal from their clutches. A pair of security guards tromped through the plastic covering of the former paperclip's doorway. Between them, an old woman stumbled on shaking legs. She began to cough loud, hacking coughs. She slipped from the guard's grasp and fell to the floor, still coughing. Her ears were blue. Somehow all Shay could focus on were her ears. They looked like something off a Halloween mask. The guards hefted the woman to her feet and dragged her back behind the curtain. She listened to the coughing as it drifted back through the space beyond the wall of the curtain. That lady seems pretty sick, Brady said. She did, and not normal sick. Shay hadn't allowed herself to think too much about why the hell members of the medical team were in hazmat suits. In the parking garage, she'd heard the senator say something about anthrax. Had the bomb exposed them to anthrax? No, that was paranoid thinking. She felt fine. If there was anthrax somewhere, she would not feel fine. But what if old blue ears was contagious? She had to get Nanny out of this place. Shay held open the curtain for Brady. There's just more curtain, Brady said. How are we going to find Nanny? She peeked through the nearest machine started beeping madly somewhere near the back of the vast curtain complex. Several hazmat people swept aside a neighboring curtain, pushed past Shay and Preety, and rushed to the source. They hadn't even noticed the two infiltrators. This was Shay's chance. Each curtain room contained 2 cots, most only one person. On the 4th try, Shay found Nanny lying down, looking up at the sliver of sky visible over the top of the curtain wall through the windowed front of the paper clips. If Nanny was awake, whatever diabetes crisis she'd suffered had to be over. Shay grabbed Petey by the arm and dragged her swiftly into the room. "Nanny," Shayla asked, kneeling beside the cot. Nanny covered her face with her sari and coughed. "Sweet girl," Nanny said. "I'm getting you out of here," Shay said. Nanny nodded. "This is not a good place." The beeping became a steady, high-pitched drone, then ceased. The tops of 2 hazmat suits drifted past the curtain that led to the main hall, and Shay heard the scratchy voices of the medical people say, "Flatlined." "The old lady died." Nanny slipped her feet over the side of the cot. She coughed again, but her ears were brown, the right color. She did not have whatever the old lady had. She was not going to die. More hazmat suits were visible outside of the curtain. Shay would not be able to sneak Nanny out the way she and Preety had come in. She began peeking behind the other 3 curtains. The 2 side walls bordered other curtained rooms, but the back curtain hung a few inches from the windowed exterior wall, and that narrow span of floor ran from where Shay stood all the way to the front of the store. Shay swept aside the back curtain and Nanny. "Nanny, come hide behind here," she whispered. Nanny looked at Shay confused. "Dear one, you'd think they won't notice us hiding." Shay smiled wickedly. "Not if we sneak to the front of the place and out the door, they won't." Preety bounced up. "Yes," she said, grabbing Nanny's arm. "Come on, Nanny." Shay stood in front of Nanny, and Preety took up the rear. With their backs pressed against the windows, they walked on tiptoes, and stomachs sucked in along the wall of the paper clips. They passed beyond their room's curtain to that of the next one. The person in that room, a woman, judging by the voice, was talking to someone. "I just have a cold," she said. "The guy in the suit brought me here without even asking why I was coughing." "That was protocol," another woman's voice. Shay recognized it. It was the senator she'd seen on the first night in the parking garage. The senator continued, "We're testing everyone, but I've asked the staff to bring anyone who seems sick here for more private treatment." "I've asked." She realized that the senator was running the show, the same senator who'd screwed up and gotten them all quarantined. In the next curtain room, the person, a man, was shouting, "I want to get out of here right now." Suddenly, an elbow pierced through the curtain, smashing into the wall of the paper clips and barely missing Nanny's head. Her eyes went wide with shock, and Shay slapped her hand over her mouth to remind Nanny not to scream. Preety's face crumpled as if about to break into a sob, and silent tears trickled down her cheeks. The elbow was dragged back through the curtain wall, and a muffled voice from one of the hazmats shouted, "Sedate him." The man kicked the curtain, nailing Shay in the shin. She clamped her jaws to keep from screaming. He hit her good and hard. There'd be a big bruise. Then the foot dropped onto the tile and slid back under the curtain. From the sounds of the men grunting and metal squealing, the man was being wrestled onto a cot. She cocked her head and shuffled forward, limping slightly now. Her left leg throbbed from the blow. She bit the inside of her cheek to stay focused. The curtains ended 10 feet from the front wall of the paper clips. She peeked around the edge and saw that the only person in the waiting area was a guy about her age. He stared vacantly at the wall of curtains. Shay waved to Nanny and Preety and stepped quickly out into the waiting area. The boy looked up. He seemed surprised. Shay froze, afraid he'd given them away. "Please," she mouthed, holding a finger to her lips. The kid nodded, then went back to staring at the curtain. He understood. She wondered if she could tell him about the space between the curtain and the wall in case he'd need it in the near future. "What are we waiting for?" Preety whispered, taking her arm. "Let's get out of here." Shay nodded and took Nanny's hand. They walked slowly, casually out of the paper clips, then through the plywood door and into the hall. Shay wanted to run as fast as possible from that place. She didn't want to draw any unwanted attention, so they walked at a snail's pace down the short corridor. Once they reached the main hall, there were more people. Shay risked moving at a fast trot all the way to the other end of the mall. So they got her out of there. Yay. She had decided upon the inflatable mattress store, Snooze Select, because first, she'd never seen anyone shopping in it before, and second, there would be full-size beds for Nanny to rest on. When they arrived at its entry, Shay noticed that no one, neither shopper nor salesperson, was inside. It was a lucky break. Now Nanny had a private bedroom down a corridor off the main passageway on the second floor, far from the senator's prying eyes. Nanny was breathing heavily. "Let's get you resting on one of these," Shay said, taking her grandmother's arm and leading her to the bed far from the door. Nanny patted her hand. "You're so good to me," she said. "I will have to show you my secret store of henna." Shay pressed her fingers to her chest in mock astonishment. "You have a secret henna store you haven't told me about." Nanny leaned back into the pillow, smiling. "I have many secrets I have to tell you," she said. "I thought this is why you kept trying to save me from death." Shay smiled more because her grandmother was trying to make a joke than the joke itself. "What snooze setting are you?" Shay asked, picking up the remote. She pushed a button and a machine began pumping air into the mattress. Nanny's eyes widened and she gripped the sides of the bed. What will they think of next? Shay handed her the remote and left Nanny to play with the settings, and Preety remained by the door, fingers wrapped around the door frame. Shay placed a hand on Preety's shoulder and she jumped. "There's a table down there," Preety said, pointing